Alright, our next lesson is proportional and non-proportional relationships. What does proportional mean? So if two quantities are proportional, if they have a constant, so constant is another way of saying same or equal, ratio, or rate. Non-proportional means ratios that are not constant, so they're not the same, they're not equal. Constant of proportionality is just a big fancy word for it's just the fractions that are equal when the rates are in simplest form. So if you keep simplifying it down and it's the same fraction, that same fraction is the constant of proportionality. If the rates are not same or not equal, then there is no constant of proportionality. So it's basically the unit rate, the simplified fraction. It's just a fancy word for that. How to identify proportional relationships. So you first need to create your rates, remember, fraction form. And if there's something with cost always goes first. Okay, then you need to simplify all your rates down. If they are equal, then they're proportional. If they are not equal, they're not proportional. Pretty simple. So let's take a look at a proportional example. Okay, so you want to determine the cost of coffee is proportional to the number of pounds. If the relationship is proportional, and hint by our example, proportional example, it is going to be, identify your constant of proportionality. And remember, that's just your simplified fraction. That's the same for all your rates. So, you need to write the rate cost per pound. So I need to look at my table and create, let me get my pen. Our rate. So I have $3 for 1 pound. So that is basically going to be our simplified fraction. If all the rest of these prices in pounds is a 3 to 1, then it's going to be proportional. 6 to 2. I can simplify this down. If I divide them both by 2, will give me a 3 over 1. Okay, so those two are equal. Do not be lazy. You need to continue on for the whole table because sometimes maybe at the end something gets messed up. Don't just look at the first two and say, oh, they're proportional. Okay, and the next rate is 9 to 3. I can simplify that both by 3. Again, it will give us 3 to 1. And then I have a 12 over 4. I can simplify by 4. Will give us a 3 over 1. So they're saying that you're paying $3 for 1 pound of coffee. So that means if I get $2, I should be paying 6, which is correct. If I get 3 pounds, I should be paying 9, which is correct. If I get 4 pounds, I should be paying $12, which is correct. So it has a constant proportionality, which is $3 to 1 pound. Okay, they're all proportional. They're all equal when they are simplified. Now let's take a look at a non-proportional example. So we want to determine whether the number of ice cubes is proportional to the number of drinks. And by the hint of our title, non-proportional is telling us it's not going to be proportional. If the relationship is proportional, you want to identify the constant of proportionality. So let's make our unit right. So you're having 6 ice cubes for 1 drink. So that is going to be our unit rate. So if the rest of them simplify down for 6 ice cubes and 1 drink, then it's proportional. If they do not simplify down, then it's not proportional. So this one, I have 14 ice cubes for 2 drinks, and I have 22 ice cubes for 3 drinks. Okay, if I simplify this down, I'm going to get 7 over 1. So, in this example, if you get 2 right away that are not equal, then yes, you can be lazy and stop right there because you know 6 ice cubes in 1 drink and 7 ice cubes in 1 drink is not proportional. So, I don't have to continue on with this table because I know that this is not proportional because 6 to 1 and 7 to 1 are not equal. And then there's no constant proportionality if they're not equal. So we'll be doing a lot more examples of this in class tomorrow.